We're at the Quinta da Regaleira, a fairy tale palace just outside of Lisbon in Sintra, designed by an Italian, Luigi Manini. It took 14 years to realise. Aside from the incredibly romantic and elaborate interior and exterior of the palace are these incredible landscape gardens, which are a labyrinth of tiny paths and fountains and grottoes and exotic plants. Beautiful.
So throughout the gardens there's lots of nooks and crannies and hiding places, and we've just arrived at one of the many grottoes. In the gardens there are lots of references to Greek mythology and portals and different dimensions and celestial beings. Apparently some of the grottoes go really far deep underground, so we're just about to head into this one and see where it goes.
Okay. Now we're underground in the labyrinthine grotto, which is quite spooky. We're relying on my little plastic heart torch to navigate our way around these rock-cut tunnels and steps leading into pitch blackness, and then it opens out into these huge stone grottos with water pools at the bottom, and you can hear water dripping. And these basically go for, I don't know, maybe a couple of 100 metres all the way along the gardens. It's quite unusual. It's very different.
We've just arrived at the top of this well in the middle of the giant gardens in the house. This well's 27 metres deep and is a subterranean entrance to the underground. It basically joins up with a tunnel which is about 200 metres long, which takes you underneath the whole of the gardens and comes out in another grotto. It's carved amazingly and just really, really ornate, and if you have a look down here you can see how deep it is. So we're about to walk down here and it'll join up with underground caverns which will take us right to the other side of the gardens. It's essentially it's a metaphor for heaven and earth basically, so when you're at the bottom you can look up. In the gardens things aren't quite what they seem in this place. There are lots of hidden trapdoors. This is actually a really heavy, real stone door. And if we get through it, this leads us down. So now we've reached the bottom of the well, the association between heaven and earth becomes really quite apparent as we kind of enter the depths of the planet. So we're just about to enter the tunnel that will take us about 200 metres through the gardens and out to another grotto.
So the more we explore these underground caverns, it feels like you're in some amazing, like, magical underground world, kind of like witches and fairies and goblins. It's really quite exciting. The tunnels split in several directions, and one of them comes out here behind the lake of the waterfall. Another tunnel leads into this area here, pitch black tunnel into this unfinished well. And this tunnel leads out to the Grotto of the East.